Hello friends, I'm Samriddhi Banerjee and welcome to my channel The Mad Reader. Today I'm going to narrate a few short stories from a book called Famous Grandpa's Tales: Stories for Children, published by Shanti publication. I have divided this book in 4 videos. There are many more beautiful stories published by the Shanti publication house. I have given the link to the Amazon webpage from where you can get this book along with many others in a reasonable price. So let's start. 18. Mono's memory. One day, Mono fell very ill. The doctor advised him to eat khichdi. Mono had a bad memory, so he kept repeating khichdi, khichdi, khichdi on the way back home. But soon he forgot the word and started saying khachdi, which meant, "O bird, eat." He was passing by a field. A farmer heard him saying khachdi. He caught Monu and bit him. "You want the birds to eat my grains." "Don't say khachdi, say udchidi, which means, "O bird, fly." Now Sonu started saying udchidi, udchidi, udchidi. On his way, a bird catcher had spread his net to catch the birds. He slapped Monu and said, "Don't say udchidi, the birds will fly. Say fast chidi, which means bird get trapped." Now he recited fast chidi, fast chidi, fast chidi as he walked. Now a gang of robbers caught him and beat him up. They said, "You want to get us caught? That is why you are saying fast chidi. Run away from here." And so poor Monu was beaten so many times because of his bad memory. 19. The Fifth Friend. Once a group of 5 foolish friends were going to a village nearby. They had to swim across a river to reach there. When they reached the other bank, one of them said, "Friends, I think we should count and see that all of us are safe. I hope no one of us has drowned in the river." All the friends agreed. So they all stood in a row. One of them started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. "Oh, where is our fifth friend? He is missing." Then another boy counted and found one of them missing. He cried out, "Our fifth friend has drowned." All of them started crying. A passerby inquired the reason of their sadness. Then he made them stand in a row and counted all the 5 friends. He said, "Look, you are 5." The boys were happy. The man said, "All of you were counting the others and leaving yourself." The boys then realized their foolish mistake. 20. God is merciful. A king had a large orchard. A variety of fruit trees were planted there. Many fruits became ripe every day. The gardener used to collect those ripe fruits from the various trees and take them to the king. One day, the gardener collected some cherries and took them for the king. That day, the king was in a bad mood. He picked up a cherry to taste, and it was sour. Now the king's anger was at its peak. He threw a cherry to the gardener. The gardener was hurt, but he said, "God is merciful." The king was surprised at the gardener's words. He asked, "I have hurt you, and you say God is merciful. Why?" The gardener said, "Your Majesty, I was going to bring watermelons, but fortunately I changed my mind. Imagine what would have happened if you had thrown a watermelon at me. That is why I said that God is merciful." The king also laughed at this. 21. The Frogs Fight. Once a large number of frogs lived in a well. One day, 2 frogs had a fierce fight. The other frogs were supporting each of them separately. So, 2 groups of frogs were formed. Slowly and slowly, the hatred spread among all the frogs. One day, one group of frogs went to the snake and said, "We all live in a whale. Some frogs have become our enemies. Please come to live in our well and eat up all of them. In this way, you will get your food and we will get rid of our enemies." The snake happily agreed to stay in their well. Now the snake started eating the frogs of the enemy group. Soon all the frogs of that group got killed. Then the other group's frogs leader asked the snake to leave the well, but now the snake refused to do so. He had got used to getting free food now. So he stayed in the well and ate up all the frogs. Thus all the frogs lost their lives because of their silly fight. 21. Others' possessions. One day, an aged man was going to attend a religious gathering, and a young man was going to meet his beautiful fiancée. They both met on a road, so they began to talk and became friendly. The aged man said, "Why don't you come with me to attend the religious gathering? You will learn about some religious teachings." "No, thank you. I wish you should come with me to meet my beautiful fiancée." But the aged man refused, and both of them went on their different ways. When the aged man reached the religious gathering, he kept thinking of the beautiful woman he could have met, while on the other hand, the young man was thinking about the religious teachings he could have heard of. Thus, we know that a person can never change himself, but he always thinks about the other's possessions. That's all for this video. Thank you.